So there comes a moment in every journey where you realize what got you here isn't what's going to take you forward. Now, this isn't an ending. This is alignment. And I say all that to say, welcome to The Inner Room, a podcast by the Green Room Network. If you've been with us for a while, you know this space as the Green Room, a place where real conversation, growth, faith, identity, accountability. Now, that hasn't changed. What has changed though is clarity. So you may ask, what's the reason or why the change? Over time, I've realized something very important. The conversations we were having weren't about trends. They weren't about outrage. They weren't about chasing attention. They were about formation and who we are when no one's watching and what we carry into the world before the world even ever gets to see us. And then I realized the Green Room wasn't just a show. It has become a network, a home for different conversations with different purposes. So that's why today I am introducing you clearly the Green Room Network. So the Green Room Network exists to host conversations that shape identity, culture, and conviction without chaos. So under that network though, there's gonna be different rooms, as you have noticed, that serves different purposes. You've already been introduced into Culture Check in the Green, where we talk about politics, social issues, and current events, and my takes on them. Now, Culture Check asks the question, what's happening outside? But that can't be the only conversation, because before you check the culture, you have to check your heart. And that's where the Inner Room comes in. The Inner Room, it's about formation before influence, conviction before confrontation, identity before impact. And this is a space where we slow down, where we examine who we're becoming, not just what we're saying. This is the room you go into before you step back into the world. There's a passage in scripture that talks about going into the inner room, a private place where real formation happens. Not for applause, not for validation, but for grounding. And whether you're a person of faith curious, or just trying to live with integrity in a loud world, that principle matters. Because what's built in private eventually does show up in public. Too many people are trying to influence before they ain't formed. So here, what the Inner Room will be, we're going to talk about identity, mental health, leadership, faith under pressure, responsibility, calling people up, not out. We're going to wrestle with hard questions, not to win arguments, but to grow. This won't be reactionary. It won't be loud for the sake of being loud. It will be honest, thoughtful, and rooted. If you've been here since the beginning, thank you. You're not losing anything. You're stepping into something clearer. If you're new here, welcome. This is the Inner Room, y'all, where identity is formed before it's tested, where conviction is built before it's challenged, and where who you are when nobody's watching matters more than who you are when everyone is. Of course, it's still me, Chris. Looking forward to having conversations with y'all. Peace.